I just got back from a trip in Europe where I shot pretty much everything using the OPPO Find N3 Flip and the OPPO Find N3. The main objective of this trip was to find out how good the cameras are on both of these phones. Huge thanks to OPPO for sponsoring and flying me out there because this is my first time in Europe and I got to see both Spain and France, which is really awesome. Okay, so here's how the trip went. The first stop was Sevilla, Spain, where I spent 4 days. The first 2 days were pretty chill. We were pretty much just walking around, getting a feel for the culture, the architecture, the food, and just snapping away at some photos. During the trip, I already decided that I wanted the Find N3 to be my main photography camera. And I realized how quickly I fell in love with the camera on this. Starting off with the focal range on here, you're going all the way from 0.6x to 6x, which is basically like 14mm all the way up to 145mm, which is covering a massive range, giving you the opportunity to shoot pretty much everything. Now, not forgetting about the Find N3 Flip. This guy is the first flip phone that has a zoom lens on it thanks to that vertical screen on the side. So for this, I can go all the way from 0.6x up to 5x in zoom, which is pretty incredible as well. I took some shots with a Flip as well, and it's pretty clear that both of these phones have a similar sort of AI processing and software processing as soon as you click the photo, because right as you click it, give it a second and it's instantly cleaned up. Great highlights, great shadows, just overall looks very, very nice. Also, something I didn't realize about Spain and Europe, I guess, is when I say like anywhere you look is a good scene, like every street, I could just zoom in with the phone, take a picture of a small section, and it looks good. What I very quickly realized is that I can use this as a vlogging camera. Because I have the full display up front, I can get 4K 30p with the back camera recording in HDR with great audio. So I was pretty much just holding this up like that throughout the trip and vlogging myself, which majority of which you'll be seeing in this video. While I was at it, I also recorded some of the videos using the Find N3, not the Flip, the regular one. And this kind of caught me off guard as well. The quality on this is actually very, very nice, especially for quick montage shots or even some HDR shots, especially in daytime. Majority of them looked very, very nice. And it was even great for vlogging because I was able to open it up just like that, view myself at the top while recording with the main camera on here, giving me, again, 4K with HDR, incredible quality. I would say this is the biggest advantage of using a folding or flip screen because exactly, I can see exactly what I'm filming, have the best quality possible, which is with the back camera ultra wide in 4K 30p, and still be able to see and reframe my shots, not worry about anything else, just get everything in frame and with great quality. So very happy with this. On the third day is when the activities began. We headed over to the Donana National Park, where I took some photos of wildlife, deer, beautiful nature scenes, and the Find N3 was incredible for that. Honestly, so far, every place we've looked, there's something to take a photo of, and it looks beautiful. Especially considering it was harsh daylight. We're out in the open and we're taking pictures of deer, nature, trees, all of that. It looks so good. I pretty much ended up shooting in the auto mode the entire time and pretty much never touched the pro mode because the auto mode HDR is so good. After the national park, we went up to the Giralda tower for some architectural and skyline photography.
Apparently, you can see the entire city from here.
Here is where you truly see that zoom range in action. We then ended the night with a flamenco dance performance where I got to test out the low light black and white photography performance on the N3. I got some really interesting, emotionally driven shots here, and that too, thanks to the AI processing, all of these shots were incredibly sharp with great highlights and shadows even in extremely challenging lighting situations. The next day we headed over to the Royal Alcázar tour, which is where Game of Thrones was shot. Got some really great shots here as well, followed by the Plaza de España. Both of these places had extremely harsh lighting, but it managed to do an incredible job at giving me amazing photographs. And then we headed over to Paris. Now, this is where we were spending 2 days, and the main reason we were actually there was to attend the Paris Photo Fair. This is where there was a specific section just for photos captured using the OPPO phones taken by some really talented photographers. It was great seeing their perspective on shooting with these phones. It's actually truly incredible that you go to a photo fair where there's like thousands of photographers using expensive, very big cameras, while some people use just these phones. Truly awesome. While in Paris, we pretty much just went cafe hopping and did a bunch of street photography, for which I turned on only the black and white filter on the OPPO Find N3 And the street photos I got out of this were actually insane. Like, honestly, you wouldn't be able to tell they're taken with a phone. I was just pointing, shooting, turned out with like some really awesome shots, and I was very happy with that.
All right, guys, guess where I am? Hint. Swaway, not to. Okay. So we're here for lunch. Check out the view. It's the tower. The view is really, really good. And we've just been taking some photos, all the creators here. Yeah, honestly, I think it's super easy to just take it with the flip. If you don't have someone to help you out, just put it down and then do. Actually, you know what? I'll try that now. All right, guys, this is it. The last day for the entire trip. We're actually going to be flying out today in the evening at around 9 p.m. So we're going to go around, get some croissants, and just experience Paris a little bit before we head out. But yeah, it's been an amazing trip. Thank you guys for watching. It was actually a lot of fun using these phones to film a lot of content. Basically, didn't use my camera at all. So if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you again in the next video. Until then, take care.